Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, guys. So the topic is called microencapsulation, but it's just an analogy. If you happen to be landing on the moon with your ordinary shirt, will you survive? You can't. You need to equip yourself with a spacesuit like this guy. Yeah, so we need some kind of microencapsulation if we decide to go to the moon. Okay, but our topic is not macroencapsulation. Our topic is microencapsulation. Microencapsulation is a process in which a core, if you can just see there, here the green, that's yellow, the core, there is bioactive compounds that's present in the natural state. The moment we exert a certain processing step, especially something to do with extraction, we are going to result in the release of the natural encapsulants of that particular compounds, and we have our bioactive compounds now exposed to the environment. The compounds are now naked. So what the nutraceutical industry or pharmaceutical industry do is they do the repackaging, or what we call microencapsulation process. So this process is in which the core, which is basically the functional ingredient containing bioactive compounds, is packaged within a secondary material. You see the secondary material here surrounding the core. This protective coating around the core isolate the core from the environment until it is released due to certain factors such as changes in the pH or ionic strength, etc. So your learning outcome is not to learn about how to do micro encapsulation technologies and all that. You just need to understand the basics technologies for protecting bioactive compounds. Okay, but today this topic is all about drivers of micro encapsulation, i.e. how do we justify, what are the reasons to microencapsulate. There are three drivers actually, so I'm going to talk one by one about these drivers. The first is to protect the core from degradation during processing and storage. That's very obvious. Driver number one is very obvious. The reason why we need microencapsulation for bioactive compounds is because to protect the core. Okay, and example given, easy one that you should be able to tell. Not the first. Look at here, omega-3 fatty acids, or sometimes we call fish oils, or it can also be carotene, can be polyphenols. Polyphenol also need this kind of protection. But we take easy example is the omega-3 fatty acids, very susceptible to oxidation. You know this. And when omega-3 fatty acids are oxidized, it can lead to off odors or off flavors. So by doing microencapsulation, we protect the sensitive oils from exposure to oxygen, metals, from light. And because we protect during storage and during processing, we avoid the interaction with other food components, and we help to extend the shelf life of the bioactive compounds. And when we protect the bioactive compounds, we also help to extend the shelf life of the food itself. And the second driver is to facilitate handling during the production processes of the final food applications. So imagine this is green tea extracts. It's very, very pure and very, very concentrated. Imagine if we add this in its pure form and in the concentrated form without any micro encapsulation. Imagine it will not be distributed evenly. We're gonna have a problem because of this uneven distribution. You're gonna have lots of uneven taste, uneven flavor, etc. So by doing micro encapsulation, we helps to distribute evenly, and we can, from you see later from the process of microencapsulation, we form emulsion, and then we spray dry from liquid to powder of the emulsion to become powder. And imagine how easy it is to handle powder as compared to the liquid. The powder is also lighter, it flows, it's easy to control in terms of shelf life, it is less exposed to damage, not as bad as a liquid. So microencapsulation help in the way to facilitate handling of the bioactive compounds. Otherwise it will be very, very difficult. Okay, finally, bioactive ingredients may require microencapsulation to improve or modify their functional and release properties. So our suppliers, basically the pharmaceutical companies, nutraceutical industries, these guys are expert. They understand the core, i.e. the bioactive compounds. If we communicate with them, we tell them what we want in terms of final application, what kind of products we are trying to develop, and what are mechanism required to release the core, i.e. the target site. We have to consider this, the release characteristics. It can be control, it can be sustained or delayed release. Yeah. Bioactive ingredients are often known to possess undesirable taste and odor that require masking before they can be used successfully in food formulation. So now we have this micro encapsulation. It will not be released in the mouth, the bitter taste or astringent taste, but more released in the lower part of the digestive system. So we have 3 drivers, justification, you like, reason for us to use microencapsulations of bioactive compounds that is normally present in the functional ingredients. Number 1 is about making sure that we protect the core from degradation during processing and storage. Easy example will be something like fish oil or omega-3 fatty acids. Second reason is to facilitate handling. You can imagine how difficult to distribute evenly without the bioactive compounds being microencapsulated. And then number 3, by using microencapsulation, we can achieve control release of the core to the desired site after ingestion. Okay, guys, so we will do more. The technical part of the microencapsulation will follow after this, after you understand the reason for microencapsulation. Okay, happy learning.